Today's an interesting day. This might be my last ride on this motorcycle. We've talked about it before, or I've talked about it before. You guys don't speak. Just sit there and listen. Anyway. Hello. For the content that I'm doing and the distances that I drive and that I'm planning on driving, this bike, as much as I love this bike, I'm absolutely infatuated by this one. But this is not ideal for me. Longer distances are a hassle because of the lack of wind protection. Now that I could fix by putting up some wind protection. Kind of ruins the aesthetic of the bike. And the other thing is that I just don't trust it in the summer when I'm going into urban areas. So I need something that's a little more cooled, modern. Now, I've talked about it before. Last bike I had before this one was an FJR 1300, which is a Yamaha. It's an upright bike. It's a bit of an old man's bike, but it's very comfortable, very fast, and it's not a bad bike to drive. Only downside is that my legs are angled the other way then, like to the back. That's about it. And it's gray, the one that I'm looking at now. So there's a guy, I won't call out his name because I have not discussed that I'm recording all of this. There's a guy who has one of those and is looking specifically for a dressed down version, which is of my type, which is exactly what this is. This is a dressed down version because it's a custom bike. So I'm meeting up with him to see if we can do a one-on-one trade, if we would both like to. We're both semi-hesitant. But yeah, like this bike is fine. It's a great bike. It's well maintained. But you know, with the heating issues that this generation of bike has, and me getting super anxiety-ish when I'm like at continuous stoplights, and I don't want to drive into urban areas where it might just idle for a while in the sun, because I'm just not sure if I'm going to get home. And also, like I'm planning on taking the bike to Sweden at some point, maybe even Norway. I'm not going to do that on this, if I'm realistic. I'd have to get bags for the back. I'd have to get wind protection put on. It's just it'll make the bike a lot less cool to look at, and it's yeah, it's just not what this thing is meant for. This thing is meant for exactly what I'm doing now, which is cruising along country roads where you're not going to get in trouble with stop signs, traffic jams. So it's gonna, if I do it, it's gonna hurt a lot even. But I was already thinking that, you know, say the channel does take off in some way, shape, or form, and this becomes a thing, or if I at some point have the necessary funds to buy another bike, I would just buy this one again, but with cooling, and then keep the other one. I see no problem with owning two different bikes. It's very cheap to keep them once you've purchased them. Road tax very low on these, insurance very cheap on these. So yeah, so I'm doing that now. So yeah, because I do have time to kill, and I've been meaning to, you know, record stuff with artists and friends, and come on, dude. It's kind of like one of those. Not kinda, it was exactly that one, but in gray. That was the bike I'm going to look at now. So it's not as cool. Like I'm like it's a wide sit, this one. Makes a lot of noise. Comfortable as hell. This might be the most comfortable bike I've ever had for less longer riding, and one of the more uncomfortable bikes for long riding. Sometimes you gotta choose with the brain and not with the dingeling. And maybe I want to keep this bike. I'm not sure anymore. It's so nice, man. I love it. I'll stop the recording once I get there, because I'm not recording anyone without permission, and I'm also not keeping my helmet on. And he might already be there, so. Okay, I'll stop the recording. I'll let you guys know how it went. Bye. I just did a test drive on the FJR 1300, and it was a fantastic machine. Nothing wrong with it. Guy did a lot of maintenance on it, and it was a perfect bike almost. Needed some work on the front tire, just a new front tire. Not that it was bad, but it was the wrong one. And he just never got around to changing it, which is fine. It was perfect, but it was a little bit unstable. However, I was riding it, and it's an upright bike, which is something that I should be having because of the stuff I do with it, and it's got fans for cooling, and you know, basically it's everything I would need for my vlogging channel and the interviews and going to Sweden to do all the stuff and the things, but it did nothing for me. It's just such a polite motorcycle. It had no, like, even cornering, it was a lot better than this, obviously, but it was just not, it didn't give me the same feeling as riding this bike does. So I think I'm gonna have to pass on it. I told him I'd sleep on it, but I think I've kind of already made up my mind, in the sense that this gives me the feeling of, wow, this is fun, and that does not. That does not give me, I don't know, man. I think I'll regret it if I get rid of this bike. I would never get rid of this bike if it wasn't for the fact that I want to do the channel more. And certain things on this bike I can overcome. Like, there's no wind guard, so I can put a bat wing on front, which would severely help me with wind resistance, which I might have to do anyway if I keep this. And it needs some new lights, because I was driving behind my own bike, and I thought visibility was fucking horrible. Obviously this isn't the fastest bike, also because you don't want to go faster than 100 to 110 max on this because of the lack of wind guard. And that other bike you can do 160, 180 easy. Like, you can go over 200 with it and without a problem. But I don't know, it doesn't give me the feeling of that I'm actually riding a motorcycle. It's more like a scooter. So I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Which is sad because the guy really wanted this one. We both rode each other's bikes, obviously, and he was absolutely smitten with this one, which I understand because it's smite worthy. But yeah, no, I don't think that's for me. The thing is that I just need a second bike. That's out of my budget, but that's the ideal solution, would be a cheaper second bike just for the longer distance, the urban driving, so that it can't overheat. Like, I can easily drive this to fucking Norway if I wanted to with the Batwing. Super comfortable bike. I could also drive that one to Norway. It's still a super comfortable bike, though it does hurt my hands more than this one. It's kind of a trade-off. This one will hurt my back more on longer distances, and that one will hurt my hands more, because you're more like this, leaning on it. So it's yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I would get rid of this bike, it would be a mistake for mi corazón. Yeah, I think I've made up my mind about this. It's not a good fit for me. This is just perfect. I love it too much. Shouldn't get rid of it. Can't do it. Fuck that. This is so much more fun. Yeah, I paid for his coffee and his soda, so on the other hand, he can suck it. No, I'm kidding. If you're watching this for any reason, you're genuinely a super nice guy. Really hope you find the right bike for you. But I'm sorry, you can't have mine. Alright, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to end the episode here. There's a couple of days of shooting done, so it's all about the bike. So I'm sorry about that. If you're bored by this, fucking don't watch this channel. I really hope you do like it, though, and that you'll like and subscribe and do all the things. Thank you so much. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and love all the horses on the planet. And I don't know who these kids are, but we should punch them, maybe. Thank you. Goodbye. Oh, I just wanted, before I leave, those weren't kids. That was just a very short adult man. Okay, bye.